Hello, Borida, Prinhoundar, sorry, because it is good afternoon. It is Farmer Ben back again, just having a quick look around my base before we move on to attacking a Titan. You will see, as ever, that my outrageous British accent is the same as always. The little wavy men continue to wander around, not doing anything useful. There they go again, rubbish little wavy men. I'm not really crafting anything at the moment, that's fine. I decided today to do a lot of common hero extremely quickly training, which is level 19 training. I tend to do this once I've run out of backpacks, so you will see that I could collect 242 one-star heroes if I wanted to, and it would take my 5 stars, well, they might level them up by about 2 levels, which is slightly depressing, but there we go. Never mind, let's not dwell on that. So we are here today to have a look at attacking the Titans. Now this is why you ask? Why is Farmer Ben doing this? We all know how to hit a Titan. Well, yeah, this is true, but to be fair, there's very little going on in the game at the moment. I have done a lot of farming today, but if you look, there really isn't much else going on. So at the weekend I was busy. There was the challenge event. There was the class tournament. What do you call it? Not class tournament. There was the raid tournament came to an end, and there was the trial of, I think it was Serenity was out this weekend. But so there was a lot going on, and then come Tuesday, very little going down. Frost March came out, but I've done Frost March now. So if I look at my quests, I can see Frost March is done. I'm not going to do the find crafting items low level one because the world energy expended to gain these items, thank you, hello Vivica, goodbye Vivica, the world energy you're expending is probably not worth it. I mean, some of the items are quite useful. I often run short on large bones, actually. Everybody loves a good large bone. Anyway, so that is why I've not done that one. I've done a lot of 8-7, that's why I've done a lot of training. I've just had a lot of stuff to do. Knights of Avalon is up here, just so everyone can see. I came 45th. Where am I? I should show up here, so not too bad at all, not too shabby on that one. I possibly could have pushed for a little bit more, to be fair, but I didn't. I ran out of time, essentially, so that didn't happen. Epic 1081st, which was nicely in the top 1500, which is what I was aiming for, and Legendary 4084th, which again was in the top 5000, which is what I was aiming for. Oh, 0 was number 1. I haven't seen 0 for a little while. Yeah, so there we go. So that was all fun and games. Anyway, the main reason I'm making this video today was just about hitting a Titan. So let us go on to Season 1 of the map. Now, my alliance, we're getting pretty strong now. I'm quite proud. When I joined my alliance, we were hitting 5 stars. Now we're hitting 9 and 10 stars primarily. Now you can see here we have this big dragon. Now, really important, don't make the mistake I've made so many times with this dragon. Sadly, he has purple skin. You can see it there. He's got very purple skin, but he's a yellow dragon, which is just rude, frankly. And I've made the mistake many times of taking the wrong team to hit him with. So that has cost me more than once. I've ended up with very poor scores because I haven't gone for the right dragon, the right team. Anyway, moving on. So we are going to go on into the dragon now. When it comes to picking a team, first thing I'm going to do is get rid of all the greens. Obviously, the last Titan I was hitting must have been a blue one. Now, Wukong. There are some people who don't take Wukong on a purple Titan, and that is fair enough. But I am going to keep Wukong in my team because, aside from anything else, I kind of want to demonstrate what he can do. Then I am going to go. Now, my strongest purple is Domitia. I don't actually have a backstory for Domitia yet. I should make one up, really. I haven't quite got that. So here is Domitia. There we are. I believe if you go into the little thing, she's one of those heroes who wobbles. Look, ooh, wobbling up and down, and her hair bouncing around. Need to make up a backstory for her. Magitech sniper, apparently. There we go. Not sure you can be a sniper with that kind of weird crossbow thing, but well, maybe. Also, seems very impractically dressed for fighting, but there you go. Never mind. That's her choice. So Domitia. So I've taken Domitia. She's my strongest purple hero. Also, if I go into her stats, let's quickly look at her stats. 740 attack. So higher attack is very good. Defense against Holy could be very useful, but especially because obviously we're fighting a Holy Titan. Dispel buffs won't really come into this, but there we go. Might as well have that. Then I will go. My next strongest purple is Obakan or Obakan. I'm never sure. Again, I haven't got around to giving him a backstory. He's a bit of a novelty to me. Obakan is again, he's got a very sort of reasonable strong attack. So 731 attacks, 260% damage is amazing, and he also counter-attack, so the counter-attack is quite useful against something like a Titan. It will throw a reasonable amount of damage back. Now, sometimes I used to take Cyprian. I'm not going to take Cyprian today. I am instead going to take... I'm going to leave Cyprian. I'm going to take Tibertus. Tibertus drops the defense of the enemy, and that is really, really important. Tibertus does have a backstory. Tibertus used to be the face of L'Oreal, because he's worth it, until they got a little bit sad with his... He went into a bit of a sort of meatloafy phase, is the best way I can describe it, and having gone into that phase, they decided he wasn't really suitable for their product anymore, and he's been bitter and angry ever since, which is why he turned to the darkness. But there we are. So face of L'Oreal, Tibertus. 295 damage, that's okay, but the main thing with Tibertus is he will lower target and nearby enemies get minus 34 defense for 6 turns. We'll talk about that a little bit, hopefully, as the Titan goes on. And lastly, I will probably go with a healer. Not always essential on Titans. You've only got a minute and a half to survive, and half the time the healers die too quickly anyway. But I'm going to go with Sabina. Sabina used to be a model back in the 80s, and as you can tell, she did a lot of coke. So just going into Sabina's details here, Deathbound Lady, I think her thing's called. She doesn't wobble around. Look, she stands very, very still. Deathbound Lady. There we go. Holding her sword, much too heavy, that sword for her. She'd never be able to lift it. 699 attack. So again, they're all reasonably strong. That will probably do me. Now I will probably swap Sabina for. She's got the troops that add to critical hit. I will probably swap them for troops who add to mana, because that would be more useful for her, as with Tibertus. So mainly I aim for mana when I'm hitting Titan, but it doesn't matter essentially. At the bottom we've got the battle items. The crucial one is the antidotes. Always have antidotes. You should never go to face a Titan without antidotes, unless you have an alternative way of undoing their damage. Now, looking through it, I won't take a Miracle Scroll, I won't take Super Mana Potions, anything like that. Essentially, they're too expensive. If I start using them on Titans, I will run out of them very, very quickly, and I don't like that. I will probably take Dragon Banners, because I wouldn't normally use them, but I will take them today just to demonstrate what they can do. I'm not going to take much else. I might take some Arrow Attacks. Arrow Attacks are good because they blind the Titan. And give it a chance of missing, and really that's better than having a weakened Titan, because even a weakened Titan does quite a lot of damage. So there is my team. Wukong is controversial on a yellow Titan. Some people won't take him on a yellow Titan, as he is a really good hero if you've got him as a booster. His special skill is kind of random. All allies get plus 185% attack with minus 32% accuracy for 5 turns. It's the minus 32% accuracy is kind of the crucial thing. Also, obviously, being yellow, he is weak against yellow, although it's not his attack that I'm interested in. Chance to miss also applies to offensive special skills. He's one of those heroes you either love or you hate. A lot of people love him. He does definitely make quite a difference to the amount of damage your tiles do. So let us go onto the Titan and see how we get on. Boom, boom, boom. Everything ready. Now, before I actually hit go, the first thing I'll do is have a good look at the screen. Always worth having a good look at the screen rather than just rushing to do the first move you can see, because sometimes there will be a better move out there lingering around. I will probably use some of the minor mana potions today. I don't normally use minor mana potions. In fact, the only thing I normally use on Titans is antidotes, but I kind of want to make a bit of a demonstration today. So let me just see. Well, let's see how we get on. Let's see how we get on. Oh, close up. I don't need messages right now. Thank you. Off you go. So we're hopefully, here we go. Thinking about it. Come on, little donut of death. Let's take us into the Titan. So here is the Titan screen. Now, as you can see, I've got very, very, very few purples on the screen at the moment, which is a bit sad and depressing. I am going to therefore do the red 3 in a row, which will trigger a small combo enough to stun the Titan, which is always good. So the Titan has been stunned. I'm not going to be able to stun him again, so at this point I'm going to shoot him with the arrows. That will bring up the little blind icon you can see by his health bar there. It might not make any difference, but it might be enough that he misses. He didn't miss there, which is a shame. I'm going to slide this one over and at least blow up a small combo, which turned into a fairly chunky combo. Off goes his special skill, and already you can see one of the big downsides with Wukong. He is very, very fragile. He dies very, very easily. At this point I may as well set off the green gem. You'll see I haven't really done much damage to this Titan yet. It's not a great screen for him. Not too concerned. I mean, this is really kind of a demonstration. I'm going to press the yellow gem, which will at least trigger some purple tiles to hit the Titan. So when the purple tiles go off, you can see that they were doing around 500 damage. Pretty good. I mean, that's the beauty of the colour stacking, that I was doing 500 or so damage. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set off some of the special skills. Sabina's going to go off and basically keep everyone alive. Then my various heroes. Now, with the weakening on, you'll see that my tile damage now is up to sort of 700 because Tibertus had lowered the Titan's defense, and that is over. It wasn't a great Titan attack. But you can see the difference that Tibertus made there. He increased my tile damage by about 200. It did seem to go over really quickly, but then I suppose I'm talking, which is probably the main downside. So not a great Titan attack, but you could sort of see there. So the tiles damage was about 580 without Tibertus, but with Tibertus having weakened the Titan's armor, it went up to about 700, 720, something like that. So that's the beauty of having like a hero like Tibertus. It does make quite a difference. Now for the next Titan hit, boom, 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 boom. So here we are, we're facing the Titan again. For this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trigger off the what do we call it? The unicorn banner. Is it unicorn banner? I can't think what it's called. The banner. Then I'm going to hit off Tibertus. Now you'll see for Tibertus does 579. The Titan's shield is down, and now the tiles are going to do about 900 damage each. So the damage that they are doing goes up quite considerably. That is mainly as a result of having the combination of the attack boost from the banner and Tibertus's lowering of the Titan's defense. So it makes quite a difference if you use your attacks in the right way. Now, the ultimate combination here is going to kick in. So if I have my, you can see my attack boost is there, my Wukong boost is up, the Titan's shield is down. When I slide these ones in, now my Titans are doing about 2,800 damage, which is it's a massive amount. If they all hit, which they don't always with Wukong, but you can see that when most of them hit, I'm getting about sort of 2,000 damage per tile, which is a big amount of damage. And I mean that's why most people would recommend Wukong. He's worth taking, and it will make quite a big difference to my Titan score when we come on through. You can see now, again, running out of time, talking too much, not hitting the Titan enough. But there we go. I think the demonstration was made there, the different ways to up your tile damage. So by colour stacking 4 purple heroes, I was doing, what was it? I think it was about 560 to 600 tile damage. With Tibertus having lowered the Titan's defense, that went up to about 700. With the booster from the bear banner, unicorn banner, whatever, dragon banner, is dragon banner, whatever it's called, the one which increases their attacks, then combined with Tibertus, that took the damage up to about 900. When that was combined with Wukong, the damage was up to about 2,800, and then dropped to about 2,000 when the banner wore off, or Tibertus wore off. And you can see again that my attack now has done an awful lot more damage, 38697. You can also sort of tell by the fact that I was talking, I was doing it. I wasn't rushing too much. I was thinking about the order of my attacks and everything else. And that's kind of the key to Titans. You want to be quick, but you do want to take your time to get your attacks in the right order to maximize the damage that you are doing. Anyway, there we go. So I hope that was of some help to people. There are many heroes that do a lot of the aspects which I just talked about. Heroes which lower defense are ones like Gormek, Grim, Tibertus. Let me just go through my roster here. So you've got, let's see. So Wukong is the only booster like that, although Tarlac is available if you were lucky enough to have him. Tibertus, Grim, there's Grim up here, sorry. Here's my Grim. Grim, you may be looking at him thinking, whoa, he's blue with red eyes. Well, he's kind of albino, and the colour of his skin is irrelevant. Let's not dwell on that. The red equivalent is Gormek. Gormek grows petunias in his spare time. That's his backstory. He also loves fine gloves, which is funny. So there we are. So those guys lower defense. In terms of putting up attack, a hero like, you can either use the banners like I was doing there. Ooh, excuse me, where are we going? Brienne, well, I don't want to see Brienne. She's not interesting to me now. Although Brienne does actually attack. Bold Tusk boosts attack. He's a good option. Another one you could think about is Kirill. Kirill boosts attack. Kirill was a nice favourite of mine. Where's Kirill? Where's Mr. Kirill? He also boosts defense, so he basically does the same as the banner that I used there. So there's a few options there. Also, heroes to look out for are ones that are like colour specific and lower the defense against that colour. So heroes like Guardian Panther is probably the best one for, well, as far as I know, he is the best one for purples. It really lowers defense against purple, and if you're hitting a yellow Titan, that will do massive amounts of damage. Other heroes are like Guardian Falcon and Jackal. I can't remember which colour's which, but one of them's red, one of them's yellow. So if you're hitting a purple Titan or a green Titan, they're very, very good options. Evelyn drops defense against green, so it's great for blue Titans. There are various heroes out there who will drop colour-specific defense, and they are really worth having too. Wilbur is very good because he keeps your heroes alive and lowers defense. There are loads of options out there, but as ever, it's kind of that balance of heroes and taking heroes who ideally are strong enough to keep alive. If you do need to, if you're using 3-star heroes on a Titan and they're getting killed fairly quickly, at least the tile damage will go up. Some people don't like to go with sort of 4 or 5 with the same colour. It's a high risk strategy. I mean, as you could see when I did it, I got one very high score and one very sort of average score. It depends what you want to go for, really. It is high risk, but sometimes the rewards are worth it. Anyway, once again, I hope this video has been of some help. Not much to add on that point, so I will get my little button up. So it just remains to say, may death come swiftly to your enemy. Remember to subscribe, hit like, press the little bell button so you get the messages. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your loved ones, tell your children, tell anybody else who may benefit from watching this to watch the videos. At some point, I still need to work out how to get YouTube to pay me for all this. But to be honest, let's be honest, I quite enjoy making the videos, if I'm honest. Anyway, so I've slipped off topic once again. As people know, I do that quite a lot. May death come swiftly to your enemies. Take care. Peace out, Farmer Ben. Oh, I've lost the thing. There it is. Lost the thing. But Farmer Ben signing off. Good night.